What's up? You're watching Cheap Seats. I'm Riley. That's great. And then today we're doing our Super Bowl prediction, the last prediction for this season on Cheap Seats. But before we get into that, honestly, we had too crazy of a day yesterday. We have to tell.
We have to tell.
Okay, first we went to the Cavs-Pistons game. Cavs played in Detroit. And obviously, Darius Garland, game winner. It was amazing. It was really, we got on the Jumbotron 5 times.
Easy. I housed a burrito on the Jumbotron.
I mean, yeah, and I pointed to my hat. I was wearing a Cavs hat. Yeah. Said, go Cavs.
I was chugging a whole bottle of wine.
Yep. Yeah, we did a lot of fun stuff. The camera loved us, as
obviously. Yeah.
Some people are posting blurry photos of their screens saying, is this Riley from Hivemind in the background? Stuff like that on Twitter. It was me. I was at the game with Graydon and a bunch of our friends, and it was really, really fun.
Awesome day. GMAC Cash at halftime.
Yep.
We got to see a GMAC Cash performance. He even shouted me out at one point. He walked by. I said, GMAC. He said...
Yeah, he said, what's up, Graydon from Hivemind? I love your videos.
It was dope. It was a great night in the city, really. And then I came home and I watched Severance, the 3rd episode of Severance. It's so great. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you to Adam Scott.
Yeah, thank you, Adam Scott and Ben Stiller. John Turturro. Awesome show. I love it. Ooh, what do the goats mean? And then I jumped into Bong Joon-ho's The Host, an exciting monster movie. Yeah. And I'd never seen it. One of my favorite directors. And with 6 minutes left in the movies, I was interrupted by a bang, louder than any Mike Breen bang I've ever heard in my life. And it was not in the movie. It was outside, and I ran to my back porch, and I was met with the familiar glow of flames and the sweet kiss of heat. My neighbor's car had exploded, similar to IEDs in Iraq.
Yeah, it sounds like this could be like one of his famous bits. One of his this really happened because Graydon called me and was like, "Dude." The downstairs neighbor's car exploded.
And I have a shitty old house, and the flames were starting to approach on the wood, and the first time ever in my life, I was faced with the feeling of, what do I grab? My house is about to go up in flames, like in no time. And what I grabbed was my phone, and for some reason, I turned the TV off.
Turn his TV off.
On my way out, I was like, this is inappropriate if my house burns down with the TV on. And I turned my TV,
yeah, can't be.
got my roommate and the dog, and I ran towards the police station, which is only a block away. And I waved down the first car I see, stop, stop, stop. It was a cop. And that brave soul approached the vehicle with a fire extinguisher, only to be met with another explosion. Backed away. Fire truck pulls up, hooked up to a hydrant, extinguished the flames. But yeah, the whole neighborhood was out gawking.
House didn't burn down.
House did not burn down. My garage door did melt shut, and I can't access that at the moment. But no smoke damage. I did breathe in some rather toxic chemicals. My chest doesn't feel good, and I haven't slept much. But yeah, so that happened to me last night. Yeah. But what's most important, besides my safety, is the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. I don't do that transition yet because I still have to do some more Cavs stuff. I was going to get back into Cavs stuff.
Hunter.
Yeah. Let's get the apology music. It's more of a sad moment music for me. George Niang.
Just piecing it together. The minivan blew up last night. My neighbor's car was
a mini... George Niang, a.k.a. the minivan. Also Karis LeVert, but mostly George Niang. Thank you for everything you've done for Cleveland.
The Dangerous Brothers.
You are my favorite Cav this year. You were my favorite Cav this year. I feel honored to have seen your last game as a Cav, at least for right now.
Live. Yeah, you'll be back, George.
You'll be back, George. I saw it live.
And boy, you played well.
And he played well, and I was yelling at him. Yeah. And I think him and Tristan kind of looked at me a few times.
Yeah, there's an acknowledgement for sure.
Because I will say this about the Pistons. I love the Pistons. I don't have any it's not like a big rivalry in that way as it used to be in the 2000s.
Stadium was quiet.
I root for the Pistons. Quiet stadium. One of the quietest NBA arenas I've been in. It really does get, you could hear a pin drop in there. And so there were a few times where I was like, George! I love you, George! I didn't know he was going to be traded. And the minivan and Karis LeVert are headed to Atlanta, play for the Hawks. And we did get, who was his name?
DeAndre Hunter. He's an excellent player. He will go immediately into the starting lineup.
I'm sure that I will learn to love you, DeAndre Hunter, but probably not as much as I love George Niang, and I'm so sad that George is leaving.
He did play at Virginia with Ty Jerome, so there's going to be some sneaky chemistry there.
That's cool, but at the same time,
the minivan is exploded.
And also, the winningest player of the last 5 years in the NBA is George Niang, and you can look that up if you'd like to. And so it feels like foolish in some ways to trade him away, but at the same time, I understand that the NBA is a business, okay? Luka Doncic taught me that personally when I talked to him after the trade. And he'll be all right in LA. He'll do great and whatever. But yeah, thank you for everything, George. I love you so much, and I wish you all the luck in the world in the starting lineup of the Atlanta Hawks. Yeah. I assume
All-Star season incoming.
Yeah. All right. Cool. And so yeah, we're gonna do Super Bowl.
Football time.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the Super Bowl. You've got some funny prop bets that we're gonna get to in a little bit. But before we even do any of the Super Bowl prediction stuff and talk about stats and all that stuff, we wanted to go through our season really quick here on Cheap Seats in terms of predicting. We didn't keep a great track of things of how well we did each week.
Sure did.
Kronk did.
Gronk did.
Because we put Kronk to work the last 2 weeks to collect our predictions, how many we got right each week. He has not told us the results of that research, but he did make some nifty little graphs. Okay, and so let's get that first one up.
All right.
So the blue is the number of games for each week, and then okay, wait, okay, yeah, red and yellow
is me and Riley.
Okay.
So yeah, as you can see in the first week, there were 16 games, and me and Riley both got 10 correct.
Yeah.
Going from there, I think it's pretty. I don't know.
It's pretty close.
I
think you might have gotten me.
I think you had a great. It looks like you had a great 3 through 6.
6, yeah. Uh-huh.
And then I think
I might have gotten you by 1 or 2. It's not. I thought I blew you out of the water.
I thought you did as well, but it's when I won pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
But man, wow, week 5 was a stink zone for me. I got 6 correct. What's the worst week? That's got to be the worst one out of the most games.
Other than wild card and that stuff like that. But yeah,
week 3 and 5, 6.
Week 11, I did really bad. I got 7 right.
Yeah, that hurts.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. So we didn't do that great, I don't think, in general. But
I don't know. Week 8, I almost went perfect.
Yeah.
Same with week 13 there. Another great performance by me.
All right, so let's see the totals here. On the next, is there another graph?
I don't like. Yes,
yeah,
we're ready.
We're ready. We're ready, Overlord.
We're ready.
No, we tied.
Oh, it comes down to the Super Bowl. You have to be kidding me. You can't write shit.
You can't write this. That's crazy.
186 to 186?
I can't believe it.
Theta. The theta of sports.
We didn't pick the same teams every week either. We picked very different things.
180. It comes down. We have to pick different.
Yeah, I know. I was going in. I think we were going to pick the same thing, but I don't know. Wow, that is 186 to 186? How does that even happen? Oh, man. This is the best football channel on YouTube. It has to be.
Dude, 186.
Nobody else did that. You know what I mean?
We didn't even write that. Let's go.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow.
This is a good cap on
Take that, nerd sesh.
Wow.
Bangle, get fucked. He didn't even have a partner to go against. All right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rich Eisen, suck it.
Suck me.
Yeah. I'm kidding. I respect all of those people that I said.
I know. This is a cap on one of the craziest 2-day stretches of my life.
Oh, yeah.
This is nuts.
Yeah. I mean, wow. Something big's going to happen even bigger, I think.
I don't want it to. I want to chill out for a while.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's talk about the actual game that's coming up. We got a rematch of the Super Bowl from 2 years ago. We got the Chiefs and the Eagles. Who could have expected this? A lot of people.
Yeah.
Could have. Seemed like it makes a lot of sense that this is what's going to happen.
Totally.
And with all the narratives of the refs and stuff, I'm like, let's throw that out the window a little bit.
I'm over that.
Yeah, it's annoying to talk about. Who really even cares about that? I think the key parts of the matchups here is 2 years ago, the Eagles obviously didn't have Saquon Barkley.
Right.
And he's been explosive. He's coming off one of the best seasons as a running back in NFL history.
Yes.
Definitely in the last 25 years.
Yeah, and postseason, probably the best run ever. Like, undeniably.
Yeah, and so I expect that to be a big factor. What really gives me a little bit of pause on that, is AO, pause on that, is the Chiefs have not allowed a great game by a running back the entire season.
Yeah.
They've only had 8 games where they allowed more than 50 yards rushing from a running back.
Spags is a lunatic.
Yeah, and the best running performance against them was James Cook in the AFC Championship.
Yep.
And then the other one was Jerome Ford of the Browns.
Who's an absolute dog.
Yeah, he is a dog, but at the same time, Derrick Henry couldn't do nothing against him. And so I'm just saying, like, yes, Saquon has been unstoppable, but if there's a team to stop them, it's going to be this Chiefs defensive front. Yeah. And then the other thing that really makes me lean towards the Chiefs here a little bit is Vic Fangio is 0-8 against Patrick Mahomes in his career. Kellen Moore is 0-3 against Patrick Mahomes in his career. It hasn't happened yet, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, is it going to happen now?
Yeah, and I mean, yes, Jalen Hurts played great leading up in the playoffs. He's played better than he did all regular season, and he's proven that when you shut down the run, he can make things happen. Yep. I think it comes down to, like, can he do that against a very talented Chiefs defense?
Yeah, and I think it also comes down to Spags is going to blitz a lot for the Chiefs as he does, and I think any way you can get Saquon the ball that might not be the traditional toss or the power outside or whatever that they're so good at running, can he get involved in a little screen game?
It's going to be screen.
Do they blitz weak side and they set him up on screen and they can just, if you can get that man the ball in the open field, he's a problem. And he's not the greatest receiving back, but he can catch balls.
Yeah.
And if they can run some creative screen game or just quick passes to make them tone back that blitzing, because if they just have to sit back, and we saw even against the Commanders, if they do choose to load the box and not blitz, Saquon can get through that first line and get up to the secondary. I think that's going to be an important thing early on in the game, is if they can get Saquon a couple screens that then makes Spags back off a little bit. Yeah. But it's always going to come down to those timely 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9s. Yeah. Where he sends a corner like he did against Josh Allen there in that 4th down at the end of the game. The Eagles have to stay ahead of the chains. That's like their key to victory for me, is like if they can stay not even on script, just like keep themselves out of 3rd and longs, and they can continuously do the tush push, run Saquon on short yardage, stay in 3rd and 4 and shorter. I think they have a great chance to put up enough points to beat the Chiefs, because obviously that's been the Chiefs' problem this year, is scoring 32. And so I think the Eagles do need to score like 32, 33, 34, 35 to win this game. Yeah. Which is tough, obviously, against the Chiefs D, but if they don't turn it over and can stay ahead of the chains, I do think there is a route to victory here for the Eagles, because, again, their defense is arguably the best in the league.
Arguably the best in the league, but here are a few things, the keys to that. One, another weakness for the Chiefs is that they are not as good at tackling in the secondary as the Chiefs are. And that's going to be, like, I think that's really important for those things like Saquon in the screen game. If the secondary can tackle, then you avoid those explosive plays, which is what the Eagles have kind of relied on to get to this point. Not 100% relied on, but I think that's what they're going to need
success-wise
against the Chiefs. The other one that is a strength for the Eagles that is a weakness of the Chiefs is the Chiefs do struggle against teams who can really go to their tight end. Yeah. They are not good against really good tight ends, and that's like one of their, I think Cooper DeJean has to really step up there and make some tackles in the middle. But if Dallas Goedert, or not Cooper DeJean, sorry, I flipped it in my head. But
McDuff?
Yeah, McDuffie. Basically, I'm saying, like, Dallas Goedert is a really talented tight end, and if he has a really, really good game.
Has had big games, too, recently.
And if Jalen Hurts can get him the ball, the Chiefs do struggle against a really talented tight end. Yeah. So that's one other thing.
There's a reason this is a 1-point spread. Yeah. There's matchups. Each team has the ability to exploit the other team's slight weaknesses, because these teams are pretty bulletproof. The thing that is everybody can lean on is the Eagles are a very, like, team. They do have Saquon, but he's not a quarterback. Like, he doesn't get to make the decision in that 3rd and 9 situation unless he's catching a little underneath and making 7 people miss. Like, that's fine. But in a neck and neck game like this, the X factor is going to be Patrick Mahomes. It's like, this is a guy who can do something special. And I think the killer with him, and you could even say this about Jalen, the opportunity both those guys have to like scramble in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
When you're sitting back in protection, everybody's kind of seen how everyone's playing. All of a sudden it's a 3rd and 11. Both those guys we've seen get away for like that gut-wrenching 20-yard scramble.
Yeah.
Run up the middle with no spy there because you've dropped everyone in coverage and you just gash someone. And those are like back-breaking plays in the fourth quarter, obviously, especially in the Super Bowl. But I could see that from either of these guys happening. There's going to be an opportunity where they're going to have to tuck it and run and like save the game for the team. And they're both capable of it. It's just, I've seen Patrick Mahomes do it, you know, now time and time and time again.
Yeah, and I think the other thing, like I said about that Eagles secondary maybe struggling a little bit with tackling, is that I think Xavier Worthy becomes a big X factor because if you do those kind of, they've been getting him in, like, you know, finding him in the middle, which is like a surprising thing, but also all year he's been doing that screen thing or a jet sweep or something. They'll get him to the secondary, and then you got to have somebody who can really bring him down because he's so fast. I mean, if you hit him even like a little bit, he's going to fall down. But I'm just saying, like, I think if they can get a receiver to the secondary really, really fast, that is going to be a difficult thing for the Eagles to contain.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, it's another thing that I've talked about this year, just like that, the confetti test thing. It's so easy for me, and maybe it is just history, to see Patrick Mahomes holding the Lombardi Trophy again.
Yeah.
And it's hard for me to imagine it the other way around.
Yep.
I've on paper, roster spot for roster spot, I think the Eagles have a better squad. But Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, especially in the Super Bowl, I'm like, I don't know. He just plays a different type of game. He has the best winning percentage of anybody in our lifetime in the playoffs. And it's just Vic Fangio being 0-8.
Yeah.
Kellen Moore's offenses against the Chiefs average like 13 points a game.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
My favorite route to Chiefs victory is Patrick Mahomes' head pops off in the first quarter and Carson Wentz comes in and beats the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
That would just be, he comes in.
Good revenge game for him.
Like Andy Reid and Carson Wentz beating the Eagles in the Super Bowl, I would be like, let's fucking go, Chiefs.
Uh-huh.
If it's Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce singing Bad to the Bone and giving Taylor Swift cunnilingus or something on the stand at the end of the game. Like, I don't want to see that. Yeah, I'm getting there, buddy. Just wait.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Do you want to do prop bets before our final pick?
Absolutely, yeah, because we got to really think about this.
I know, and we might have to do a rock, paper, scissors to see who can get the first pick.
Yeah, I think we have to do that.
All right, here. If you don't know, if you just kind of joined in on football this year because you're two idiot guys that you watch right here started doing a football channel, in the Super Bowl, the books open up to things that are outside of the game. Mm-hmm. They allow you to bet on all sorts of stuff. Yeah. Including
the halftime show.
How many jets do the flyover?
Yeah.
The color of Gatorade, the over-under on national anthem, the how many times will Taylor Swift be shown on like literally anything you could think of during the broadcast has like a number in certain books. And so
number of Doritos commercials. Yeah.
Again, I'm not here to promote gambling, but for those of you,
I am here to promote Doritos though. That's a good chip right there. That's a
for those of you that do enjoy it, these are my goofy bets that I will be taking. I'll prove it. I'm going to do a slight wager on each of these.
Okay.
These are the ones I liked out of the funniest ones. Mm-hmm. Up first, I have the Gatorade color. I like blue.
Okay. Yeah.
I like blue as a color. And I think blue is going to be in that thing. And the only way you know that is when you watch the end of the game, they spill the tank.
Yeah.
And blue is coming in at a plus 650, which is pretty good value.
Pretty good deal, yeah, pretty good deal. So, and I mean, blue is a nice neutral color. Neither of the teams have blue, so it doesn't look like it's rigged. Yeah. You know, red and green. Okay, I see what you're. Yeah. Okay.
So $10 there will net you $65.
What do we got on yellow? Is that on there?
Yeah. I got the whole thing open. We got colors over here.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Because I like yellow.
Yellow, green, or lime colors.
Sure. Yeah.
That's only plus 250. That one seems like they like it.
Okay, yeah, all right.
The purple is plus 225. That seems to be the most popular for some reason.
Interesting.
The highest odds, clear and water is plus 900.
Oh yeah, that's not happening.
And then no Gatorade bath is plus 2,500.
Yeah, that never happens.
No.
No, yeah.
all
Unless they
right.
do a prime bath this year for Logan Paul and KSI's prime.
So I'm going blue. That's my biggest odds bet. That's the riskiest one.
Okay.
Up next, the coin toss. Obviously, a contentious one every year.
Of course.
What kind of coin is it going to be? Sacagawea, Military Memorial, 9/11. I don't know.
I'd say Dogecoin probably.
Dogecoin. It's an Ethereum.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm going heads this year, and I know that's not going to be popular.
Right.
Because the tails never fails narrative. The 3 out of the last
all
5
year.
has
I'm
been
sick of sports media with the tails.
The
never
refs
fails there.
always every time the Chiefs choose tails, it falls tails 69% of the time. It's like,
yeah,
this is bullshit. I'm going heads, and that's plus 100.
Okay.
I'm gonna take that.
Yeah.
National anthem. This one's really interesting. Over under 120.5 seconds.
Yeah, I'd go over.
The over is the favorite. I'm going under because there's been some shit being talked about some recent big national anthems at events over like the last month. People taking too long, people freestyling on it. I think this is going to be brief.
Do we know who's doing it?
John Baptiste.
John Baptiste.
Yes.
Oh, I think, yeah, he plays quick.
Yeah, he's going to play the piano. Well, there is
I don't
also,
think so, yeah.
there's a bet if he will play the piano or not. So I didn't take that one, but I'm going to do John Baptiste under 120 and a half seconds for the national anthem.
I like that. John Baptiste, by the way, he's the band leader for Stephen Colbert's house band.
Yes.
Yeah.
And New Orleans native, I presume.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's coming in at
It's in New Orleans, by the way.
Yes.
There's no prop bet for that because that's where we're going to play it.
That's coming in at plus 115. And to coincide with the national anthem, this is a low odds one, but you can put a lot of money on it because it's guaranteed. It's will a head coach or player cry during the singing of the national anthem. And now, if you're a ball knower, Chris Jones, the greatest defender on the Kansas City Chiefs, weeps like a bawls his eyes out.
Yeah.
I won't say like a little baby because it's beautiful.
Every national anthem, doesn't matter how big the game is.
Week 2.
Yep.
Like
he loves America.
And that's his thing.
Yeah.
And I love that for Chris. I love Chris's play on the field, and he is going to cry when John Baptiste goes under 120 and a half seconds.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Here's my favorite one. They have the first Kendrick Lamar song.
Yeah.
What it's going to be. I'll read you the list.
Well, not yet. Let me do my pick before. I'm going to guess what, to me, I think it's going to be Hey Now.
That's not even on the books.
Okay, never mind then. It's not going to be that. I just think like that beat is going to play when he starts.
You want to know the favorite?
The favorite is Not Like Us.
No.
Squabble Up.
No.
Humble.
Yes.
Okay.
Humble's plus 150.
Okay, yeah.
I kind of imagine he comes out to something slow.
Oh, okay.
But then...
Like Luther? No, that's not slow
no,
enough.
he'll do that with SZA.
Oh, yeah, he has to bring out SZA later.
Like a United in Grief or something I could see.
United in Grief? I doubt that. That seems crazy to me.
I'm going with Squabble Up at plus 450. I feel like that song has the right momentum right now. I just see it as the opener, the beat.
Reincarnated, I'm a stargazer. Life goes on, I need all my babies.
I just see that as the opener.
I don't think so. I think I agree with the slow thing.
I do imagine he'll do like, that it's the classic, you do 30 seconds of your slow song and then go into Humble and then Squabble Up and then Not Like Us 17 times.
There's already been the thing about Not Like Us where they're saying that there's a debate going on behind the scenes of whether he is going to broadcast any of the lyrics that defame Drake because they're worried about a lawsuit still.
Yeah.
But he is going to play it.
Yeah, and he's been known to rewrite verses and stuff. He might show us a whole new version.
And also, I said on Cheap Seats earlier in the season that I think that Kendrick is not going to rap a word of that song. I think he's going to literally play the beat and the crowd is going to do all of it. Because I don't know how much you do your Drake diss song. It did win the Grammys.
Yeah.
It won a lot of Grammys. But I don't know. Something about it tells me that it's just going to be dun, 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 dun.
And Mustard being like,
yeah! I don't even think he'll say anything. I literally think it's going to be the crowd being like, yeah,
all the stars coming in at plus 1,000.
That's not gonna be. Oh, it's SZA too. So
Yeah,
yeah, he has
true.
to bring SZA out. You know.
Yeah, you can look at those. That's yeah, those ones are really fun. I'm going Squabble Up, like I said, plus 450. And then here's maybe my favorite one of the night.
Okay.
Will Taylor Swift post on Instagram at the game? The yes is plus 172. You're getting bonus money for a post? I'm seeing a post.
Does it have to be grid post or does story post count?
That's tough. It just says, will she post on IG during the Super Bowl?
During the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Oh, that's awful. Say no.
You think, well, no's, yeah, it's like minus 300.
Yeah, no. She's not posting on Instagram during the game. That's not happening. Maybe on her story, but again, if it's grid post, I say hammer the no.
Hammer the no.
For her to be like, Travis, good job, baby. Blah, 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 blah.
No,
like,
I think it'll be like maybe her and him before the game or something as a grid post, like come first quarter.
Oh, she's going to wait to see if he wins, probably. She's not posting some loser on her Instagram story. You know?
Yeah, that's funny.
She already lost a bunch last weekend, so.
After her moves?
She lost the Grammys. Like, she didn't win a single Grammy.
I thought you said she lost followers.
No, I don't think she lost followers, but I haven't checked.
So those are my fun little prop bets. You can look those up and do them just like with your friends too. You don't have to bet money on them. They're just, it's goofy and it's good time. And go Blue Gatorade.
Yeah, back the Blue Gatorade. That's what you're going to be doing.
Fucking hell, dog.
Well, that's what. Hey, wait a second. That's what you said.
Don't say that.
You're backing the Blue Gatorade.
Fuck you.
Earlier, you said that brave soul about a police officer who came to your house.
Sorry, someone who ran up to an exploding car that was going to light my house on fire with a fire extinguisher. I'm not going to be like, fuck that hog.
Yeah, he's a coward, though.
He is a coward because he backed away from it. And then the real heroes, the firefighters, those
That's what I'm saying. We can all go. Yeah, there's a reason they don't make sexy cop calendars.
They were walking up with the hose, and I said, thanks. And they like whipped it over cars in front of the house to get like a better angle. No regard for those cars. They said, we gotta flip it over these cars. I need more hose. Slapped it on top of a Tesla, and then the hose blew up like on the Tesla, and it was just sitting on top of a Tesla. It was awesome.
I didn't like that. I mean, that's a little misogynistic. I need more hose. It's like, dude, come on.
Where the hose at?
Where the hose at? Is what they said. Whatever, dude. Okay.
Do we want to do it like that?
I feel like we just got to make our picks. I mean, obviously we have to pick different, but I'm saying like, all right, where's your gut at? Because I am right in the middle. I could be either way.
I think the Chiefs win.
All right.
And I'm not very much in the middle.
Okay. You can have the Chiefs.
Okay.
And you're going to take Patrick Mahomes as the Super Bowl MVP. Yeah, that's easy. Okay. I woke up today looking for the broccoli, first of all. And secondly, I did wake up like in my head being like, I think the Chiefs are going to win it. I just like, it's just that those stats that I learned this morning, honestly, and in preparation for this, I was just kind of like, oh shit, that doesn't look good for the Eagles, even if I think the Eagles have a better roster. But I believe in the power of coincidence and serendipity and magic. And I put this outfit on without thinking about it.
Wow.
I didn't think about it. I was just like, this is what I'm putting on today. And it is green. It's as green as that Eagles logo right there. And so you know what? I'll take the Eagles. Saquon Barkley, Super Bowl MVP. I think somebody gets over the hump and beats this Chiefs team. And if it's going to be, I think this is their toughest matchup in the Super Bowl of the past three. I think this is like the one that could beat them. I don't feel great about it.
Running the football, dude, is kind of everyone's Achilles heel.
Yeah, but it's not the Chiefs' Achilles heel.
I know, but like if Saquon can have a good game, you get to control time of possession. You get to keep that offense. You get to keep Patrick Mahomes off the field. That's like the biggest X factor anybody can have against the Chiefs. If they can have a 12-minute drive at any point in this game, that's massive.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go with the Eagles. You're going to go with the Chiefs. 186 to 186. The winner of the Super Bowl, it really determines who won the season on Cheap Seats.
Season 1.
Yeah, that's crazy. Also, NFL Honors is tonight, so I'm excited to see what that's about.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Miles go up and say how much he hates Cleveland.
He hasn't been saying that.
I know he
I watched his interviews last night. Listen, we didn't really talk about that because it was a few days ago. We've already mourned.
Miles Garrett has requested a trade out of the Cleveland Browns.
He said he wants to contend for a Super Bowl. That's all. He didn't want to go from Cleveland to Canton. Canton being the Hall of Fame. He's like, it's never been about that. I just want to compete for a Super Bowl. I want to win one. I want to hold that Lombardi trophy up. And I support that. I agree also that the Browns have taken the team in a direction that it would be frustrating to be that good of a player in his prime. I get it. I mean, the Deshaun Watson trade is the worst trade in sports history, possibly. And it really did ruin the future of that team for now. I think there is a route, like we've said, they have a great roster over there. They're much better than their record shows. Yep. They have a lot of things like, they've got Denzel Ward. They still have Nick Chubb on the team. Jerry Jeudy had a great season. There's a lot of things to like about the Cleveland Browns. One of the things to not like is Deshaun Watson still getting paid out to just sit on the sidelines or dance with his girlfriend in Miami and tear his Achilles again. So
I do think the quickest way, love Miles, obviously, Hivemind. Wish he would have retired in Cleveland. We still have him on 2 years. Could franchise tag him. That's not the route I want to go. I don't want to drag a guy along that we should show the respect for. If he does one out, we should honor it because he's played so hard for us, even through some really terrible. He was on the winless team, dog.
Yeah.
He played for Freddie Kitchens, dog. This guy has been through hell. And
he hit Mason Rudolph in the head with his helmet.
Yeah, he's got the greatest Browns moment against the Steeler ever. I think we should honor it and respect it. And I think our quickest route out of the hellhole that we've dug with Deshaun Watson is get the most you can out of the best player you have now. He's not getting any younger. If you drag him on, it only makes management and ownership more of public enemy number one for the fans. Even if you get to put Myles Garrett out on the field, it's not worth it if it makes him unhappy and he goes on this public tirade against the organization. Then that ruins your reputation with other great players down the line, yada, yada. Trade him now. If you can get a first, a second, a third, and any sort of backup quarterback, I think that's the best.
Trade him to the NFC too. That's, I think, another thing that we should do because you don't want to play against Myles Garrett that much. And I say the Vikings.
Yeah.
See what the Vikings will give you. See if they'll give you Darnold. See if they give you Darnold and a first, second, third.
Yep.
Or J.J. McCarthy if they want to keep Darnold.
Yeah.
Which I don't think they do, but maybe they do. There are routes out of this for sure. And I think if you trade him to the AFC, then you got to get 2 first rounds, a second, a third, and a random player.
Yeah, a cornerback or something.
Yeah, somebody to help out the depth of our squad or whatever. So,
yeah, but that's that. That's my opinion on that. Is I do hope we honor his request and trade him. I know it sounds weird. It is hard pill to swallow, but at 30 you get less for him. It ruins your reputation. At 31, you've made everyone mad. No one likes you, and you get even less. So, get what you can now. Have a good draft and pray for our bees. Yeah, and also all the best wishes in the world for Myles Garrett. Yeah.
I mean, that dude.
Dude's a legend.
He played 8 hard years for the Browns. There's nothing you can really say. Yeah. He's a good guy. I understand why he's doing this too. He's one of the best players in the league. If not, he's probably a top 3 player in the entire league. Yeah. So it's of course he wants out. He doesn't want to play for the 3-win Browns right now. Yeah. I get it. And I will say this, if you're not excited for the Super Bowl because you think this matchup is boring and blah, 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 you do have one thing to look forward to, and that is Myles Garrett will be in a protein yogurt commercial, and apparently it's quite comedic. So.
And Westminster Dog Show.
Oh, yeah, the dog. It's the Puppy Bowl.
I think, not that. The Sunday, I think, is Obedience and Agility, which is really exciting. Okay. And then Monday and Tuesday are the groups and Best in Breed. Maybe we'll do one Cheap Seats episode for Best in Show. Predict that.
The dog show?
Yeah.
I don't know if people...
We'll have some graphics, and people would like that.
People would like that?
We'll do a breakdown of the Puppy Bowl, and then talk about the Best in Show at Westminster, and maybe pick some dogs.
Pick some dogs?
Yeah, which ones we think are going to win certain groups, and then our Best in Show finalists.
Won't it already be done by then?
No, it's Monday and Tuesday.
Oh, okay. So
we can do a Monday for the groups, and then Tuesday for the Best in Show.
I don't think that's really fits the theme.
Comment us downstairs if you want us to do an extra Cheap Seats video of dogs, and maybe we can put a little dog down there or something, dude. And then we can have dog noises, be like, Tony, hit the kennel, and it'll be like, row, 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 row. And then I'll be like, down, boy. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just having fun with it.
Yeah,
man.
no, I mean, I guess let us know downstairs. I can't argue with audience feedback.
If we get over 500 bark comments, we'll do it.
Yeah, if this video gets 10,000 likes, which has never happened on
500 bark comments.
and 10,000 likes. I just have
500 bark comments.
I have to just add one more thing to it because I don't know if that's worth our time.
Oh, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. It seems like money to me. It seems like green beans.
Money?
Green beans.
I don't think we're gonna make a lot of money.
The dogs will pay.
The dogs.
Yeah, they'll pay us to pick them.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know.
I have some plugs in the dog people.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, well, let us know who you think is going to win the Super Bowl downstairs, Chiefs or Eagles. We're excited to watch. We also have another awesome regular season trivia video coming out.
Should be out tomorrow.
Yeah, it should be out tomorrow here on Cheap Seats, and
Not
I think it's
Saturday.
maybe our best video of the entire season. Here on Cheap Seats, probably best Cheap Seats video of all time so far.
Pleasure doing it with you. Thank you guys for supporting us all year. This was a risk, and it was really fun for us. And I hope we made what can be, a toxic sport a little more fun and palpable to a community of good folks like y'all.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching all season. Only one can win, 186 to 186 right now. So tune into the Super Bowl if for no other reason than to see whether Graydon or I will reign supreme here on Cheap Seats for season 1. And yeah, we got some fun off-season stuff coming out too. So thanks for sticking with us. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you in the next one.
Go Cavs! Go Browns!
Roll it, Tony!
Hell yeah. I can't believe we lied about our records.
Ron really set that up nice.